that I have one question.
Yeah, go ahead, Sonal.
I think I posted it in that document that you had
Okay.
given.
So maybe I didn't check the document. Okay, let me. Yes. Okay. Okay. So you want to explain the key attributes of opportunities, right? Okay.
Yeah, you told that there are 3 parts to it, so I was not able to get that in the.
Okay. So opportunity transaction contributes to organization forecast and pipeline reports. Okay. So the business is driven on opportunity by 3 important fields. The fields are nothing but the attributes to an opportunity, basically the data set, right? And one is the opportunity stage, where which every progress which is made in the opportunity are recorded in opportunity stage. For example, opportunity is created, and now the salesperson is working with the customer, and now customer is interested to see the demo of the product, which means the opportunity is moved to a different stage now, because customer is showing some interest to know about the product. Okay, so likewise there are various stages in the opportunities, and those opportunity stage are mapped to forecast category. Okay, and so this opportunity stage and forecast category, and there is a field called closed date, which when do you estimate this opportunity will be closed. Okay, so based on the closed date you can calculate which quarterly of the fiscal year this particular opportunity will fall under. Something you have an opportunity which has a close date of say February 2nd, and your fiscal year of that organization starts from January to February to December, and this opportunity falls in February 2nd as a close date, which means this falls under the Q1 of the particular year. Okay, so for this opportunity contributes to the revenue or pipeline for the Q1, and opportunity owner is the actual sales rep who is going to own that opportunity. Okay, so so that he has a he has a quota to do a sales on the organization, so this opportunity is going to contribute to his quota. Okay, that's why these are the 3 important fields. So it's opportunity owner and opportunity stage and forecast category and stage forecast category. That close date. Okay, so are you clear, Sonu?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's do something. Okay, so we are going to create some application. Okay, so on the rightmost top of the screen you see a big list called sales. Yeah, scroll up and there you see a oval shaped button, which this is okay, list down. So this is called as application. Okay, so the every selection is application here. So just put it in a situation like you are running a enterprise computing like ERP system in a Salesforce, and every module something like order management system, your HR management. So everything is categorized as app. So if we switch between every app, so every app will have a different tabs.
Okay.
For example, now we have a call center, and if you go to the marketing, we'll have a different one, and so likewise it will switch. So every app will have a different tab. So this particular thing is called as an app. So now we are going to create a new app. Okay, so all the configurations of Salesforce.com can be done under setup. Okay, you see a name on the topmost part of the screen. Select that one. You will see a small button called setup. click that one. Okay, so in the left hand side, all the menus you see, these are all the configuration menus. Okay. And we are going to create a new app. So click the create button, expand that create, and the first one you see something called apps. So click that apps, and these are all the existing standard out of the box apps. So now we are going to create a new app. So there is a new button called apps. Select that one. Yeah, select that new. And this is going to be a custom app. It's not a service cloud console. So click next.
What is the difference?
Service cloud console is there is a separate module in Salesforce called the service cloud, and you create an app only for the service cloud console. The service cloud console is a single console which is going to have all the attributes related to a case and account and all the other related transactions like assets and entitlements, all these things. So basically it's a console view. It's a single snapshot of view by which you can see all the attributes related to the customer and cases. Okay. So we are going to create a custom app now. So click next. Okay. And you can label as either zonal app or sales app. Yeah. And so description is something like a help text. The configuration help, where other users can, any person who wants to configure, they can just see why this app was created. Okay, and click next. Okay, so because this is a custom application, if you want to put some custom images, you can put. So there is a requirement: the file size should be smaller than 20 kilobytes. And okay, so you can if you have any small images, you can insert an image. Okay, so before inserting image, you have to upload the image to the document folder, and then you can insert the image from here. If you select an insert image, it's going to look up for the picture from the document location. Okay, so we don't have any picture here. Okay, if you want to do that, we can quickly do that. Do you have any picture handy?
Not that I know of.
Okay, so what you do is just note it down. So try to research on how to upload a picture to the document and add a image, custom image from this app page to your application. Okay, just take this as a small assignment. Okay, by which you can do some configuration and find out how to upload a image to a document.
Mani, can you repeat that?
Yeah. So take this as an assignment, because now we are going to insert an image for your app. That's the assignment. Okay. So in order to do that, you have to first insert and upload an image to a document folder. Okay. And from the document folder, you can insert the image to the application. Okay. So when you click this insert the image button here, it's going to look for that image in the document. So we have not uploaded any images, so it couldn't find anything. Okay, if we have uploaded any images, that the images are available here.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, let's skip this for now, and because we don't have any images, and close this one and click next. And these are all the available tabs. So what is a tab? Tab might represent a separate standard or custom object. Okay. So in this case, there are a lot of objects available as the tabs. So since because it's a sales app, we are going to select accounts, contacts, leads, and opportunities. Yeah, accounts and contacts. Yeah, opportunities. Yeah, leads and opportunities. That's it. And yeah, hit the next button. Yes. Okay. And scroll down, and it says leave default. Yeah. Maybe we see if we can find any document folder here. It should be there in the, yeah, you can find a document. Yeah, select this one. And the default landing tab says it's a home tab, because always when you click that application, it's going to land in the home tab. So you want to customize it. If, for example, you want to always it should land up in a document tab, you can select a document tab. Yeah, select the document tab and click next. Okay, so this is a very important page. So basically, this is the page where which we are going to assign the visibility of this app to profiles. Okay, so I will cover up what is a profile. For now, select this app visible to all profiles. Okay, yeah, select that one and make this as the default app to system administrator, not for everybody. The last profile, yes. Make that, yeah, and click save. Okay, so now we have created an app. Okay, so the right hand side, if you click that application link, you should be able to see, yeah, sales app. Okay, not this is, you didn't create, you have created an app called sales app, not the sales. Okay, the difference is automatically it's taking you to the documents tab. Okay, that's the configuration we did. Okay, so this is where you are going to upload this image. Okay, so if you have any images, you can either upload to the my personal document, which is the default folder which comes, or you can create a new folder called image and you can upload the image and then go to the app you have created. From that app you can select that image, so that the left hand side is showing a Salesforce 13, right? Instead that custom image will be displayed. Okay,
Okay, here.
yeah, it's going to display there. Okay, so for example, your app has it's order management system app, and you have a product logo for order management system, so you can put that one there. Okay, like that every app, so you can add a custom image there. Okay, so this is about apps. Okay, and there are in Salesforce there are two types of objects. So one is called the standard objects, and another is called the custom objects. The standard objects are the one which comes as part of the out of the box product. Okay, and the custom objects are the one which you go and create an object, and it's part of your custom cloud. If you want to translate into technical terms, this object can be compared to a tables in a database. Okay, and the difference here is these objects, when you create an object as out of the box, the object will have a page layout, and the object will have the automatically the wizard will take you through to create a tab. Okay, and for example, the accounts, contacts, leads, opportunities, everything you see here are out of the box objects, and that's why it comes up with the out of the box tabs. Okay, for example, and what is the difference between the standard object and the custom object? So the difference is any object will have a API name. It's basically application program interface. We call it API, right? So that API name will not end with __C. It's going to be just the object name. Whereas if you create a custom object, that object API name will end with __C. Okay, so now we are going to confirm that. Before that, we are going to check the API name for an account. Okay, so go to the setup menu. Now that is application. You have to go to setup. Yeah, go to setup and customize. Yeah, click customize.
Where is that?
The left hand side and below the app setup, you see
Oh yeah, okay.
Customize. Click the customize and expand the accounts. Yeah, called accounts, and basically just click the account directly. Click the account. So okay, so you click that account fields. I want to see the API name. No, the left hand side you see yeah, click that account fields. Yeah. Okay, scroll down. So okay, so it's not visible here. Okay, basically, so all these accounts will not have underscore C because it's a standard object. We are not able to see that object structure here. Okay, but still we can see it. Okay, and scroll up on left hand side in the quick find you type called schema builder. Okay, and the left hand, yeah, click that one. So this is something like a entity relationship diagram of the objects. So this is going because we have not created any custom objects now. All these objects are standard out of the box object. Okay, so here you can in quick find you can okay, you select from. Can you see a tick list called select from all objects? Yeah, select that one. Select only the standard objects. Okay, and in the quick find type only account. Okay, and select that account. Yeah, it's already select that account and okay. So can you reduce the size of this image? In the right hand side, there is a plus and minus sign. No, yeah, scroll down. Yeah, click minus. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I think it should be somewhere in the right hand side. It's basically okay. Let's do this one. Okay. Clear all. No, yeah, there is a button called clear all. Okay, and can you remove that AC also from that search so that we okay now check to clear all and select only the account which is the first object. Okay, now on the left hand side you have click that one. Okay, so now this has the all the this is only account object. So basically this gives all the your account fields and what are the required fields in that object. And if you see here, the account object has an internal relationship. Basically, it has a reference to itself. Okay, so which means an account can be connected to an account. So that connection is happening via parent account. Okay, so if you see the account name, it's just account. It does not have any underscore. It does not end with underscore C. Okay, and keep this in mind. This is a very important utility to know that ERD diagram, basically the entity relationship diagram for the any objects. Okay, and in the legend you can see how this lookup relationship and the master detail relationship are defined. Okay, so now go back to the setup menu. Go back to setup, and we are going to create a new custom object now. And the app setup, you see a link called create. Expand that create, and the fourth link is create object. Yeah, click that one object, and now we are going to create a new custom object. Click that one. Yeah, click new object. So our object is going to have a name as a deal registration. Okay, put the label as deal space deal DEAL space registration. Yeah, a registration. Something like registering. Yeah, registration. Okay, maybe you can make R as a cat. Okay, and plural it's going to just leave it and see if you see all the blank spaces are replaced with underscore. Okay, and you can give some description here. Okay, yeah, description. Yeah, copy and paste the same label. Okay, if you want the plural, put as deal registrations. Okay, and the description saying that it's going to placeholder or to store the deal registrations. Okay, scroll down. And context sensitive help setting. So what it says is whenever you create an object, there is a out of box help setting, basically help and training link on the particular object. Either you can use that one or you can build a custom help page. Okay, so that's what. So now we don't have any custom Visual Force page to load online help content. So we are going to use the standard Salesforce help and training window. So let it be there. And the scroll down, you see the enter record name, label and format. Basically this is record name. It's going to have a so this can be either a text or it can be a auto numbering sequence. Okay, in Oracle we have a sequence, right? How unique numbers are generated. Because Salesforce as out of the box has a ID field for all the object. Does not matter it's a standard object or a custom object. We have a field called ID, which is a primary key. It's going to be a 18 character alphanumeric case sensitive value. Okay, but that values are not searchable. Okay, so something like you want to have a search friendly field always. The best practice is change the record name from data type text to auto numbering sequence. Okay, so click the data type to a number, to auto number. Now we are going to give the display format. The display format is going to be something like, because it's a deal registration, it's going to start with dr dash. The display format, type it as dr dash dash curly braces, open curly braces, and put the number type it with 5 zeros, 0 0 0 0 0, and close the curly braces and give the starting number as 1. Okay, and the optional features, any object if you are going to create, and the reporting feature is available for that object only if you select this particular allow reports, because there must be some objects where which there is no requirement to do a reporting. Okay, so but here I want to do a reporting on the deal reg object. I want to select allow reports and allow activities. So activities are something like you creating a task and follow-up calls and notes and attachments to a particular object. So all these kind of activities comes as out-of-box feature in Salesforce. Okay, so if you want to enable that to a object, you have to check this one. And track field history. So Salesforce supports the historical tracking of every field in the Salesforce. Okay. So something like you can track the audit trail of particular field. So what was the value at the time of creation for this particular field and how it got changed. All this information can be reported. But as a Salesforce out of box, they support only 20 fields which can be history tracked. Okay, and the deployment status, something the object can be in development or deployment. Okay, and there is another one checkbox called add nodes and attachments related this to default page layout. So whenever you create an object, it's going to have a default pages, basically the UI for that object. So you can select that one or you can add it from the layout also. Okay, that's okay. Ignore that step and click save now.
Just a second.
Yeah.
Deployment status right now would be like in development, right?
Yeah, in development is something like you are doing some kind of a POC and the object is not ready for the usage. Okay, right. And basically if you want to assign this object to other profiles, you want that object to be in the deployed state. Okay, so if other can see, because you are doing and working, right? So you don't want others to see this object. Right. Those kind of things. If you want to be deployed, then everybody sees this object.
And what do you mean by out of box? You said something regarding out of box.
Something field track field history. Okay. So fields are nothing but columns in a table. Compare the table. Compare object as a table. Okay. So if you want to do a history tracking for a field, what is the effort required? You have a table and you have a column there, and you want to track the history. You want to see how many times what are the data changes happen to that field.
Right, that I understand. I didn't understand the term that out of box that you use.
Out of boxes which comes with the product, where which you don't need to do any custom configuration or customization. Okay. So out of the box is the term normally we use it for a product, something which is ready to use, where which you don't need to do any customization.
Okay.
Okay, something you don't need, it's a product feature, you are going to use it.
Okay, and what was the purpose of changing the data type to auto number?
Okay, so if you want something like okay, transact, you for example, you want this. Okay, the auto number is a searchable field. Okay, and it's
Okay,
kind of
got
a
it.
unique ID you are giving to that object.
Right. So,
Transaction, all your record, any record you create, it's going to start with dr-1, dr-2.
right, got
Okay,
it.
okay,
Yeah.
okay, and click save now. Okay, so now we have created the object. So if you see, there are some standard fields which are required, which has come up when you create object, like created by, lead registration name, and last modified by, like owner. Okay, and it also has a standard page layout, because there is a page layout also which comes with this object creation. Okay. Okay. Scroll down. Okay, and there is, okay, so if you see, we can create the custom fields from here. Custom fields are relationship. We can create a custom field. Okay. And scroll up, and if you see the API name, it clearly says that the object name ends with __ C. Okay, so that is the main difference between the standard and custom. Likewise, that's the difference between the standard field and the custom field. Okay, so currently there is no custom field. Now we are going to create a custom field. Okay, so create a new field. No, same here. Custom field and relationship. You see a new button here. The new, and these are all the various data types available for an fields. Okay, so we are going to create a, okay, a field called let's put a date field. Yeah, put a date field here, and click next. Scroll down and click next, and name field should be, I put it as a deal registration expiration, deal registration, or put short form DR expiration date. So it's very big. DR caps space expiration date. Yeah. So API name will be automatically populated. Okay, you don't need to worry. And you can put some help text there. Help text is the one which in the UI it appears with a small question mark on the orange color, says what is the help text you have to enter. So this you can type it as the expiration date of the deal. Okay, and you can decide whether it's a required field or not. They are going to check this box, and this field is required on the object level. Okay, so which means any transaction which is created either through the interface, through the UI, or through the backend, when you do a bulk uploading, this is a required field. Okay, so or you can decide that field can be required on the page layout also. So for now, let it be a required field in the object level. Later part you can change. Okay, so any I want to set a default value. Okay, click the, okay, so any deals which are created, the expiration date should be created date plus 90 days. Okay, so I'm going to put function like today, and open parenthesis and close parenthesis. Oh, it's not curly braces, parenthesis, and close parenthesis, and plus, type plus n plus 90. Okay, and click next. Okay, and this, since because this is a required field, automatically system determine that this is visible to all the profiles. Okay, it does not matter whomsoever is, it should be available to everybody because they have to enter the data, right? So because it's a required field on the object level, and it cannot be read only field. So that's the setting here. Okay, and this we call it as a field level security. So basically every individual field can be determined for which profile the field needs to be visible, and for each profile, this field should be read only. So these two attributes are determined at the field level security. We shortly call it as FLS. Okay, and now click next. And now we have only one layout, so it's going to automatically add it because our field is the required field in the object level. Okay, and click save. Okay, so now we have a one custom field we have created. Okay, so now we are okay. So can you click the plus sign and scroll up? Then the horizontal menu you see a plus sign. Click that one, and you should be able to see the deal registration tab you have created. Okay, so basically we did not create any tab. We are going to create a new tab now. Okay, go to the setup menu, and on the left hand side under the app setup, create menu, and click a button called tabs. Okay, so there is no custom object tabs. Now we are going to create a new tab. Click new, and we are going to select for which object we are going to create this tab. Okay, and for this is for the deal registration, and we are going to select the tab style. Okay, so these are all the various tab styles which are available. So you can select any of them. Okay, and select them. Okay, so choose home page. Okay, so for example, this is something we need to create a custom link, whereas a splash page we have not created any custom home page link. That's why it's not showing up. We can see when we go to that home page components, and you can give any description like tab for custom deal reg object. Okay, click next. And for example, by default this tab is visible to everybody. Okay, so that's what it shows up. So or you can make this tab visible to individual profiles. Which profile should see this tab? For now, let's make this visible to all the profiles, and you can click next. Okay, and likewise this is visible to currently to all the apps, but I want this to be visible only to sales app. So uncheck this include tab button and select only for the last app, sales app. Okay, and it says automatically append to the user's existing customization, which means it's going to, by default it's going to add it in the tab. Okay, as soon as you hit save, the right hand, the topmost menu next to document, you will be seeing a tab for deal registration. Hit save, you should be able to see it. You see automatically it showed up. Okay, and in order to, if you want to customize this one, user can customize it the sort order of the tabs. Hit the plus sign, and there's an orange color button on the right hand side called customize my tabs. Yeah, user can click that one. I can design the sort order, and they can determine what tabs needs to be visible for them. Okay, and for now you can move the deal registration on top of just deal reg alone on top of top opportunity. Yeah, and also you can move leads on top of next to deal reg. Okay, so just we kind of if you save it, it's automatically.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Yes,
Hello?
I can hear you.
Okay.
I can hear you. Okay, click save. Okay. So,
Hold on.
Mani, I have a question.
Yes, Riya, go ahead. Yeah.
So can we create this what do you say, home page first, then we can create the custom object?
Oh, I didn't get you, Sri. Can you repeat your question?
So now you created this a new one, right? On the what do you call this home page? I don't know
No,
what
we
is
created a new custom object.
right. New custom object,
Yes.
new tab, right? We created a
Yeah.
new tab.
First, what we done is we created a new custom object and we created a tab for that object and we added that tab to an application called Sales app.
Okay, okay,
Okay.
okay, got it.
So Sonal, let me know when you are ready.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. So now you can just click the deal registration object. So there's a tab basically. Click the tab. Yeah. Click the tab. Okay. And
Sorry.
yeah, click the tab. And basically this is known as the home page of this particular
Custom object.
custom object tab, right? What you can see is it gives the views. Views are nothing but saved searches. You put a criteria and you save the criteria, and every time you hit that view, it's going to load all the data which is matching to that particular criteria of that view. And there is another tab called recent deal registrations, and here you can see the new button. Okay. So we are going to create a new transaction. Hit new, and your expected behavior is okay. So we have only one custom field. Okay, and we have defaulted that value to be 90 days from created date. Okay, so you automatically defaulted to 90 days. It basically added 90 from the current date, and it's a required field. That's why it's showing up the red color bar on the field. And you have added the help text, that's why you are able to see that orange color question mark. And if we do the hover over the orange color thing, it's going to give you the help text you have added. Okay. And you can save this transaction. No, it's automatically it's there. Just save it. So, and since because there are open activities which we added to the object, and that's automatically showing up. Okay. And here you see a button called clone button. So clone is something like if you want to create the same data from this transaction, you can do a clone button. Okay, and what we see the deal registration name as our auto numbering sequence, and the expiration date is defaulted to 90 days. And other than that, there are some standard fields which comes as out of the box when we create this object, like owner and created by and last modified by. Okay, and since because Sonal is the creator, by the transaction is assigned to the creator. Okay, and you can clone this one. Hit the clone button, and you can change the date to any other date, and save this one. And now we get a new transaction. Okay, and right.
I have one question here.
Yeah.
Since the deal registration that we made was an auto-generated number now, so
this is searchable. You just hit the copy that one and put it in the global search and
right. No, my question is like now it's like a unique key that we can use to search this, right? So, but we have defined it only at length of 5 digits.
Yeah.
So, what happens once all 5 is over? Can we go back and we have to change it, or what happens in that case?
So automatically what happens is if you don't do the data archive process, and it's going to reset. Otherwise you have to make sure that you have to keep a placeholder to increase that one. Okay, maybe you have to start with 6 digits.
So it does not affect the existing data or
no, because this is something like a primary key, right? So what happens is when as soon as it hits the data, and basically any companies has a process of data archival process.
Right.
Okay. So when because all the data you have stored in the cloud. Okay.
Yeah.
And,
I get that. Archiving process I get. So, and what I mean to ask is, say, for example, if all the 5 digits of or the 6 digits of this key expires,
it's going to reset.
Okay.
It's going to reset the record. It's going to start from 000 again.
Okay.
Yeah.
It won't. Okay. Okay. Archive will be searching it separately. Okay.
So normally company if they don't use the archival strategy, and it's going to reset again. It's going to start with 00 again.
Okay.
Okay. Alright. So this is about So this is a custom object as a API as __c. So and go to that. Okay. So on the right hand side you see a small arrow key. Yeah. Click that one, and where you can direct. These are some shortcuts for this particular object. Okay. You can click the view fields and go to the custom field you have created. See the difference. The API name of the field you can see called dr_expiration. Okay, scroll down. In the API name of the field it ends with __c. So this is how you identify a difference between a standard field and a custom field. Okay, always the custom field ends with __c. Okay, that's very important. Okay. All right.
Can you give me an example of a standard field here?
All this, whatever all the fields you see under the
standard field. Okay.
Standard field.
Okay.
Okay. So if you see a field name, all these things are created by name, last modified owner. All
right.
these are standard field. Okay. And so let's try to create few more fields to this object. Okay. So we are going to create another lookup field to a account object. So hit new button and create a new field called account name.
Repeat that again.
Yeah, we are going to create a new field called account. That's a record type. We are going to create a new field, new custom field.
Okay, sorry.
You can hit the back button in the browser. Okay, and yeah, in the tool there is a custom field and relationship, right? Click that one. Yeah, and click new from here. Yeah, and we are going to create a lookup relationship field. So yeah, select that one and click next. And what is related to the account object? Select account. Click next. And the field name can be okay. Just let it be. It's going to yeah. Maybe you can put the field label as end customer. Okay. And it automatically populates the field API name, and description is like something like it stores the information about the end customer account. Okay, and help text you can mention the same end customer account. Yeah. And it has a naming convention because we are going to do a foreign key reference to a other object, right? So it's going to ask you what kind of name you want to give. It defaulted as deal_registration, so this can be changed at any point of time. Okay. And it also there is a required option where which you can enforce this field as a required in the object level. Okay. And you see what to do if the lookup record is deleted. So you guys understand what this means?
No.
Okay. So what the deal registration and the account are linked by this lookup or this particular field. Okay. From deal registration you are referring to a account record. Okay. And what happens when this account record is deleted? Okay, either two things will happen, right? Two things should happen. Either you have to blank that reference in the deal registration record, or you should prevent that account from deletion, saying that there are certain transactions like deal registrations which are referring this particular data. You cannot delete that. Okay, so that is the option here. That's the two options we have. Either clear it or do not allow the deletion of this lookup record. So what we are going to do is we are going to do the second option first, and we are going to check this one. Okay, select the second radio button. Okay, and for now let's see the lookup filter later, and click next. Okay, and it's the same process. It's visible to all the things, and yeah, click next. Okay, and as usual it added to the deal types layout. Click next. Yeah, and related list label is named as deal registration. That's okay. These are all the 4 layouts which is available in the account. So in the account object, we are going to see this as a related list of the deal registrations. Okay, so we can see that how it works, and click save now. Okay, now go to the deal registration record, deal registration tab, and click that record 1, PR1, and now I see a lookup called end customer, a field called end customer. Are you able to see that? That's a new field, and try to double click on that field, on the, not in the label, on the field. Yeah, double click, and this feature in Salesforce is called as the inline editing. Okay, you don't need to edit the record and add the data. Okay, if you double click it, automatically it brings up the edit mode. This is called as the inline editing. And since because it's a lookup relationship, you have that find button, that magnifying glass. You select that one, automatically a window pops up where which you can enter the account search. So basically you have to give the account name. So just give the alphabet A, and D is also okay, and A hit the go thing. Yeah. Okay, so basically there is no account in the system, that's why it's not showing up. So click the new button and just key in the account something. Let's have a convention of the account names. Okay, so put any account name like car manufacturing, because we are going to use your instance for all the exercise. So use something like car manufacturing. So you can put like BMW as account, or anything. Yeah, and just put city and state. City as San Francisco, and yeah, and save this account. Okay, so as soon as you save, that is account automatically linked here. Okay, and now save this transaction. Hit save, and if you hover to the end customer, it's okay. So this is the mini page layout where which this can be customizable. You can add more attributes to this particular window. Okay, and click that one. Yeah. You are in the detail edit mode of it. Click cancel and click that link. Yeah, click that BMW link. Okay, and you can hide this chatter console. There is a hide feed. You can hide that one. You see a plus sign for follow next. Left to that there is a hide feed. Yeah. Okay, and now this is, it takes you to the account page. And you can see that in the related list as a deal registration, on the right hand topmost there is a hover list, there is a list called deal registration. So this is the transaction we created called deal reg. Okay, So click that one, it takes you to the lower part of the page layout, and where which you can, and this is the deal registration, and from here also you can create a new deal registration. If you click the new deal registration, and it automatically loads the account name as a BMW to the deal reg. Click the new deal reg. Okay, defaults, and automatically it loads the account as end customer as BMW. Yeah, you can click save. Okay, so now I want to delete this BMW account because we have put a check in the lookup relationship saying that you cannot delete account which is already used by the deal registration record, right? So go to the navigate to the end customer BMW. Yeah, click that one and navigate there and try to delete this account. Okay, click OK, and it's saying that you are attempting to delete the BMW and it's been associated to deal reg. Okay, so it's because there is association. So now we are going to the deal reg record and we are going to customize and change the properties. Okay, so click the deal reg record name. Yeah, click that one and use the right hand side small arrow key to click view fields. On the right hand side there is a small arrow key. We are going to the customize field. Yeah, click that one and go to the view fields and go to that account end customer thing. Yeah, click that field. Okay, so now we are going to edit this field. Hit the edit button, and now we are going to do the first check. We selected the second check radio button. We are going to do the first check, and we are going to save this one. So now go to that BMW account. You can navigate also to accounts tab. Directly there is an account tab. You can go there also. Yeah, it's name. Okay, click that one. And now delete the account. It's going to allow you to delete. Okay, basically deleted. So because of that particular check. Okay, you go and see this record. The end customer account is blank. Okay, and another one more thing. So whatever the data you are going to delete, it's not a hard delete. It's basically a soft delete, which means the deleted data is available for you in recycle bin for 15 days. So you can restore the data back. Keep that in mind. Only the data can be restored, not the configurations. Now you go to the recycle bin, and this is the account you have deleted, and you can check that particular transaction, and if you hit the undelete button, it's going to once again show up. Okay, now you go to the accounts tab, and you are click that account is visible, and you go to the deal registration where which you can see the reference in that for that account. Yeah, go to those things and you can see it back. Okay, so now we are going to create a few more fields to the deal registration. Okay, and let's do that one. Okay, and can you click to click view fields and create new custom fields. Okay, and click new fields, and we are going to create a new field, two new fields. This time we are going to do the pick list data type. Okay, select the data type as pick list. Okay, and click next, and we are going to select this type as product category. Okay, and the values we are going to have is sedan. Basically categories of the car: sedan and SUV, and maybe a passenger van or something. I put passenger, yeah, or whatever. Yeah, and put maybe sports coupe or something, sports car, sports model or something, and you can put passenger van. Okay. And this is which is sort by alphabetically and use the first value as default. I don't want anything. Yeah, if you want you can select it, but now I don't want anything. And put the help text as product category. Yeah, click next. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, click save. Okay, and yeah, let's create another field, the pick list field. Okay, as product. So just product, and how many categories we entered? It's a sedan, right? So let's put BMW 3 Series. Yeah, put, because for assuming that this particular org is for BMW, okay, and BMW is trying to sell the product. So that is the whole concept. Assuming that this org is for BMW, the sales for this CRM system is we are building for BMW. That should be the entire use cases we are going to use. Yeah. So then BMW 5 Series. And BMW 7, and you can put the BMW X3 and X5. Maybe you can remove that BMW because we know that this is for BMW. Right? Just put only the 3 Series and 7 here. Yeah, X3 and X5, right? X5, and you can put Z3. Yeah, Z3, Z4, and M3 and M5. And if there is any passenger van in BMW?
I don't recollect any.
Okay. Just Googling to see if there is any BMW passenger van.
I think they come under I series, I guess.
Okay. Okay, let's put something like test data like van series 1 or something. I put V series for van, V3, V5 something. That's okay. Okay, so now we have the products, and scroll down, and we are going to do help text as product range. Okay, and click next. And yeah, make it visible to all the profiles, and click next. And we have only one layout, that's okay. Click save. So now we have two pick lists. Okay, so now we are going to create a dependent pick list. Okay, so what happens if you go to that deal reg record, deal reg data in other tab, not this one. Go to the other tab you have already opened. No, the browser you have opened tab. Yeah, go there. I want this tab for which. Okay, now we refresh this page. Okay, so now you see two pick lists called product category and product. And if you select the product category, double click and select. If you are going to select as a sedan or SUV, and you select the product, so there is no, it pretty much shows all the products. So now there is no relationship between the product category and product. Okay, So now we are going to give the product category and product a relationship. So that we called as a dependent pick list. We are going to create a dependency. Okay. Go to the other tab you have already opened. Okay. Scroll down and go to the button. You see a button called field dependency. Scroll up. Yeah, field dependency. Yeah. Click that one. Okay. So now we are going to create a field dependency. Click new. And controlling field and dependent field. In this case, product category is the controlling field. You're right. Select product category and dependent field is a product, and select continue. Okay. So now we have a product category and product. So now we are going to include all the products which belongs to each product category. So for example, we are going to do the first thing as sedan. So select 3 series, yeah, highlight select, and you have to use the control button and click, yeah, and hit the include values button. Only, yeah, include values button. It becomes into yellow color. Okay. Likewise for SUV, select X3 and X5 and include the values. Okay. Likewise 4x5, yeah, put the X3. I think it's same thing, right? X3 and
yeah.
Yeah. Select the same thing and include values. And sports car it's Z3 and Z4 and also M3 and M5 and include the values. And for passenger van put V3 and V5. The last one V3 and V5. Okay. And now include the values and yeah. And there is a preview button. You can before even you are going to save it. You can hit the preview button and see how does it look like. Hit the preview button and yeah, it's going to sedan and it's going to show up all the 3 series. So it's not showing up all the products now. It's showing only the products which are associated to the product category. And it shows all the sports car. And if you select the passenger, it's going to show only V3 and V5. So this is the preview. You are not saved this. Close this one and you have to hit the save button now. Okay. So now go to the deal registration transaction in the other tab. Yeah, other tab. And you can refresh this page. Okay, now hit the product category and now it shows up exactly like as you have seen in the preview. So just imagine if this is something you want to build in your custom application. Okay, it cannot be done in a few minutes. And what is the effort we took to do this dependent pick list? 2 minutes, 3 minutes. So if you need to build a custom application, any web application to do this pick list, dependent pick list, it takes at least 2 hours to do that. If you do any kind of scripting, either it might be a JSP or any .NET or Cold Fusion, and if you want to build this kind of a feature in on-premise product like SAP, it's going to take a lot of time. Okay, now you can save this transaction. Okay, so now we have seen the dependent pick list. Now we are going to see how to enable the history tracking for the fields. Okay. So the same thing, use the right hand side, the arrow key on the right hand side of your screen and go to view fields. Okay, and there is a button called set history tracking. Can you select that, hit that button? Yeah. Okay, so only there are 6 fields which are available for history tracking. And you have to keep that in mind that there is a data type called long text which cannot be history tracked. A long text is a field which you can basically use it to add a lot of comments and notes, and the max it's something like the length of the field is very high. So that kind of data type we cannot track a history. Okay, and we are going to track the history of expiration date, and maybe you can select all the fields except the deal registration name. You can select all the fields.
There is a maximum of 20 fields, right?
20 fields per object.
20 fields per object. Okay.
Per object.
Okay.
Okay, and click save. Okay, and you can go to that other tab and it makes some edit. Go to the record. Maybe the other tab. Okay, just refresh this page and okay, now make some changes to the data. Something like change the expiration date, or you can change that expiration date, and you can change the product category to different thing. And hit save button. Yes, hit save. And actually there should be a related list called history, which is not available. So we are going to include that to the layout. So likewise, you see a edit layout link. Yeah, click that one. You can So now we are going to include the related list as history. So on the left hand side of the topmost section, you see related list. Select that one. And there is a last one which says deal registration, right? It starts with deal registration. Yeah, that's the deal registration history. Drag, select that one and drag and drop. Yeah, wherever. Yeah, drag, still drag, bring down. Yeah, bring down. Yeah, and just drop it there. Okay, so now this is below the open activities and deal registration. So if you want this to be either top, you can just move.
Hello? Your voice is breaking up.
Okay, and can you hear me? Is it clear now? Sonal, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, good. And there is a two types of buttons: save, quick save. Okay, the difference is if you're going to do the quick save, and it's going to save, and the control will be still remaining in the same page layout. And if you are going to hit the save button, it's going to save and take you to the previous page from which you came to this page. Okay, so just hit the quick save button, and save this one. And in the deal, okay. So now we are going to do some little bit alignments on the fields, because most of the fields we have created is on the left hand side. We are going to move some fields on the right hand side. So scroll up, okay, and move the DR expiration date to the right hand side. Yeah, just drop there, and likewise, okay. And product category and product are dependent pick list. So I want it to be in bottom down. I think we are good. Okay, and hit the save button now. Okay, so now you see the difference. So it moved the page layout, and scroll down, you can see the deal registration history information. So it says when this transaction was created, and what was the deal, the expiration date, and from what date it changed to the different dates, and likewise what is the product category it got changed, and what is the product change. So all these features are out of box Salesforce features. Okay. So far you have any questions?
No.
Okay, Sri, you have any questions?
Can you just do recap what we have done? I understood, but like there are a lot of fields inside and matching things, right? So I just want the overall.
Okay, you want to recap quickly? Okay, we can do quick recap on what we have seen. Okay, so today we started with applications. So application is a segmentation or collection of tabs. Okay, so you can group all your tabs into a single application. Okay. So that's what we saw. Sales app is the new app we created today.
Right.
And in the sales app, we added a lot of standard and also custom tabs. For example, and we also determined what sort order it should be. Something like deal registration, the custom object we created, and leads, accounts, contacts, opportunities, and documents. These are all some tabs which we added to the application sales app. And we also said when we are going to user is going to switch from app to app, and when user is going to switch to a sales app, it's going to default to documents tab. Okay, and that also we determined on the app creation. And we saw another thing is the difference between a standard object and a custom object. And we saw how to access the object model by a schema builder. Go to the schema builder. The schema builder is going to show an ERD, entity relationship model, and what are the standard objects and what are the custom objects available and what are the relationships. Okay. And the difference between the custom and standard object is the custom object always ends with __ C. And when you create a custom object, you can set up the standard field which comes out of the box for any custom object, something like a name of the object, which can be a text or it can be a auto numbering sequence. So in the deal reg example, we set it as a auto numbering sequence. And Sonal asked a question. So what happens if the particular field is running out of the limitation? And Salesforce is going to reset that value. It's going to start from 0. And Sonal, one thing which we did not do, can you copy that deal registration name, basically that value, and do a global search?
Here?
Yeah, and so basically as soon as you get it, because it's a recent item, so it's displaying it. But you can do any kind of search here. Okay, so because it's in the recent item, they exactly give you the transaction. So this is about the deal registration name, which is the auto numbering sequence. And we created a new field, which is a lookup field called nCustomer, which is a lookup to the account object. And when we did the lookup, and there is an option that whether when that particular looked up data is going to be deleted, you want to prevent the deletion or you want to just blank the value. There are two options which we saw. And if they are going to check that option that prevent the deletion, when this particular account is deleted, it's going to say that these are the transactions which are referring this account, and it gives a warning message. So, and if we remove that one, it's going to just blank that lookup field from the deal registration record. Okay. And what else? Okay. And likewise, when a transaction is deleted, basically data is deleted, it goes to the recycle bin, and it can be retrieved from the recycle bin within 15 days. And when we created a date field, and we defaulted the date field with some default value, something like creation date, basically today plus 90 days, so it automatically populates the expiration date as 90 days. And we saw the other data type called pick list values, where which we created two fields called product, category, and product, and we did the dependency on these fields. On the custom fields, we went to that and we created the dependency. So for what product category, what should be the products? So which we include in a kind of wizard kind of mode. And there is an option to see the preview of it. We saw the preview and we finally edit and save that one. And the last one we saw is how to track history for a custom and standard fields for an object. So as out of the box it comes 20 fields can be tracked with history. And when you enable the history information, by default it did not add the history information to the related list. So that's where we went to the page layout and we include the related list to that layout. And also we did some alignment of fields. We moved some expiration date to right hand side. Okay. And the difference between the custom field and the standard field is all the custom fields ends with __C, and the standard fields will not be end with __C. It's basically just the API name. And one more thing, when we created a new field, we saw a feature called field level security. which gives two things, which basically gives visibility to a profile and also which determines whether the particular field can be a read only to a profile. So these 2 points attributes can be determined when you create a field, and you can also include a field in a layout or you can exclude. Okay. So the best practice is when you create a fields to object, something like you are working in a bigger implementation. You are going to create as a bunch of fields. But the best practice is you don't include that field in the layout at the time of creating a field. Okay. So basically you have to, because user experience is key, all the UX team. So they actually, you need that particular team alone will go and add the fields to a particular layout, where which layout the field should go. Okay. So the best practices, do not add a field directly when you create a field to the layout. So after you create the field, then you go to the layout and see which location you have to add the field to the layout. Okay. And what else did we see? Did I recap everything?
Yeah.
Could you just repeat the last part that you just said? There was an internet problem. I couldn't listen to you.
Okay.
The field part.
Yeah, there is a field level security. So when we create a new field, there is an option called field level security, which determines for which profiles the field should be visible to, and for even though it is visible for a profile, we can determine that particular field can be read only to a profile. So that is determined at the field level security. Okay. And
so
another
where we are.
Go ahead, Dashri. Go ahead.
That is where we are checking all of the all the fields can be seen and
exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's where we determined, that's called as the field level security, which we determined which profiles can see see this field, and when they can see whether it is a read only or not can be determined. Okay.
Okay.
And next part of that is including that particular field in the layout. So the best practice is when you create a field to an object, either it might be a standard object or custom object, do not include that field in the layout. Just create the field alone, then go to the layout and identify what are the fields to be in the layout, then add the fields to the layout. Okay. And whenever you are in the lookup relationship, and when you we created a lookup relationship for account from a deal registration object. So in the account object, there is a related list to show up that deal registrations which are tied to that account. Okay. And what else we discussed? Okay. So we have 12 minutes. You guys have any
Mani,
questions?
I have a question.
Yeah, yes, Kanchan, yeah.
So when we create a new custom object, it comes up with the default fields and layout, right?
Yeah,
there are actually 4 fields somewhere.
No,
is it like a template?
No, it comes as out of the box. There is no. Basically it creates 4 new fields as a standard fields for a custom object, which are basically created by and a deal registration name, last modified, and a owner. Okay, so you cannot.
Yeah. So tomorrow, if I create a new object, name something else. So that means that will come up with the create by, modified by, owner, and what will be the 4th one?
And name of that object. We created an object called deal registration. That's why the field name is deal registration, but the API name will be name. Okay, and we made that field as a auto numbering field.
Right. Okay, so that there is no like template. You cannot change that.
No, there is no template. You cannot control that. They give these 4 fields when you create object, and out of which 3 fields will be auto populated. And it may 4th field, if you set up as auto number, it's also auto populated.
So wait, so if it's a auto number field, then we have 4. Otherwise, there are 3 fields only.
No, it will be a free text field. The data type of the name can be either a text or it can be auto number. The field will be created. Okay, so if it's auto number, you don't need to enter any data. It's all the fields are auto populated. But if it's a text field, then user has to enter the data. Okay, and one more thing which we saw was we made a field required on the object level. Okay, and what is the difference you have seen? A field which is required and a field which is not required at the time of creation. You saw a difference. What is the difference?
Yeah, so it becomes default visible to all.
Yeah, so that is the main difference. When a field is a required field, you cannot go and change the FLS. The FLS are already set because that field should be visible to all the profiles, and it cannot be a read-only field because user has to enter the data to that field. Okay, and that's the difference between a required field and a non-required field.
Mani, in the auto number we gave a convention, right? DR005.
Yeah.
That is a standard convention for all the numbers.
No, it's basically best practice. So DR we gave because it's a deal registration.
Okay.
And it's best practice. So it's easily based on the record. See, something like you are seeing a data, right? So based on the data, you can determine. Okay, so this is the deal register card.
Okay.
So that's basically a reference. So if it's something like you are creating another custom object, and you can put that prefix of that auto number, the name as alphabets of the particular object.
Okay. Hello?
Yeah. So I think I'm going to wind up today's class.
Okay. Thank you.
Can you send a notification to me?
What?
If you are going to add a question to the Google Doc, can you?
Right. I'll do that.
Yeah, do a notification.
Next time, yeah.
And I have another question. So, Sonal, do you think Vinod is going to join the class tomorrow, or is not going to join?
I don't know. I'll email you.